Guys, I don't even know how to start this video, man. I'm so hyped about this announcement. I just want to get right to it and talk about the gameplay, but we gotta start from the top here. So you guys are probably wondering, Vesper, why is there a League of Legends video on your fighting game channel? That's because we're talking about fighting games, don't worry. So in case you guys are out of the loop here, you don't even care about League of Legends is running their world tournament right now on Twitch, and it's their 10-year anniversary, and they have this crazy teaser reel because they're hyping it up. And they announced a whole bunch of different games from different genres that Riot is working on besides League of Legends. They've announced a card game, an FPS game, an ARPG like adventure game, and even an animated series. And of course a fighting game. Riot is taking over the world. They're taking over the world. They have every single genre. It's crazy. So yes, now we finally have some questions answered about this. I've been talking about this for a while now. I released a video like last year. We've heard so many rumors about this game, and now we finally have so many questions answered because we see some damn gameplay, and we now know more about this game than Guilty Gear, just because we actually see a HUD, you know, some UI and gameplay. So, yes. So the name of this game, first off, is called Project L. It's just obviously a placeholder for it. I don't know what they're gonna call it. Probably some Runeterra thing or something to do with the League of Legends story. But they got a lot of potential for this. So we've been hearing about this game for many years, like I've been talking about. I would, you know, if you want to know more about the history of this, because we've been talking about this for years, you can go in the video description below, and there's a link to it, and I explain in great detail from how it all started. And how Radiant Entertainment joined Riot and all that, and people involved are all FGC, blah 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 blah. Check out the link. So first, we didn't know if this was even going to be a fighting game. We know Radiant Entertainment was acquired by Riot. We didn't know if they were making a fighting game. It was pretty obvious. I mean, they made Rising Thunder here, okay, and some building game, but Rising Thunder, we knew for sure they saw potential of this. But another thing too is that Tom Cannon finally spilled the beans at this year's EVO. On 2019, there was no footage, but at least they finally said, hey, we're working on a fighting game. They said they knew it wasn't a big secret, but that got us hype, because now we know, yes, confirmation, it's a fighting game. But there's still some things I was concerned about, like, are they going to use the League of Legends character? Are they going to use the League of Legends IP, right? So anyways, let's get into the gameplay. We've seen 4 characters so far. We see Darius, he's dunking fools. We see Katarina, she's got like teleports. And then we see Jinx, she has like long-range juggle combos. And then we see Ahri, and she has like this Iori fireball type attack, right? And where's Tryndamere? Why did they not show off Tryndamere right away? And where's Teemo? There's a lot of characters that are missing, but 4 characters is more than enough already. Is Riot going to be the Ryu? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, like I said, I was scared that Riot was going to risk not using the League of Legends IP because maybe it's too risky. It would foul the name and they're like they wouldn't trust Riot to make any other games from then on or something like that. It might what if it flopped, right? But no, they're going all in, man. They're using the League franchise. They'll probably use the story. We have the actual characters. I thought it'd be a safer bet for them to use the League of Legends universe and then create their own League characters specifically for the fighting game. It'll be a lot easier because there's a lot of weird characters. Like, how are you gonna put them in a fighting game? Characters like Caitlyn, for example. How's that even gonna work? So but it looks like they are just throwing these characters in, and they're going to make it work, and maybe give them some new moves, give them normal attacks and stuff, and whatever. Fine by me. Super excited that they're taking that risk, and the potential is just absolutely unlimited. The footage was really short. It's not like it was some kind of professional exclusive trailer. It was more like a teaser showing off all their other games. But of course, I'm more excited for the fighting game part. A little bit on the FPS part too, though. But even with this really short footage, we saw a bunch of mechanics, a ton. I can't even list them all. We saw the early UI, of course. We saw air recoveries. We saw rolls. We saw running. We saw projectiles. We saw teleports. We saw some super animations. We saw some, there's just so many things that we've seen mechanic-wise in the game. It looks a little fast-paced. We saw stages. We saw the training stage where it looks suspiciously like the Street Fighter 4 training stage. We saw like a desert kind of background stage, like it looks like Azure themed stage, with the sun disk and all that in the background, which is pretty cool. But obviously, if you want to short summary it for your friend, just say, hey, look, it looks kind of Rising Thunder so far. It looks kind of Rising Thunder. And I saw the characters crouching, which is great. Because that means we're going to have more than 6 normal attacks. Because this game has to be played on a keyboard, right? But I mean, like, in the first place, like, like I said, Riot acquired Radiant Entertainment because they saw the potential of how similar Rising Thunder was to League of Legends in some ways. In, the fact that the game had special attacks that were on cooldowns, right, in your QWER, and we also saw they had their whole season, like the way their ranked worked was very similar to League, and there was a lot of things that could just simply inject the League of Legends character and make it hype, right? So, super excited, guys. I cannot state that enough. I think in general it's very hard to introduce a new fighting game series in general. It's just fighting games are a niche. It's really hard to make them accessible, but also deep and also fun and also something that someone's gonna look and want to purchase, right? Because not everyone it's just a very niche genre. It's very hard to get into, even if you make it accessible. It's very difficult to learn. So if you're not Capcom, if you're not Bandai Namco, if you're not NRS, if you're not ArcSys, you're gonna have a tough ride, right? Especially if you want to make your game look high budget. If you're an indie company, Riot is no indie company. So the strength and the potential of using League of Legends for their IP, like I said, is absolutely unlimited. Everyone knows League of Legends. Everyone plays League of Legends, man. Okay, I played League of Legends for a long ass time, on and off, and so it's great to like automatically be hyped for these characters right when you see the footage in a new series, rather than like it's a brand new game. You kind of see these kind of functions here, but no, when I see Darius dunking fools, it gets me super hyped right away, because you grew up playing League of Legends, you grew up playing these characters and seeing these characters, like Tom kind of was saying in the teaser, like seeing them from different angles and seeing them in like a fighting game. It's just so weird and crazy. It's awesome, man. And it's the same thing like when we first saw DBZ, man, and saw it with like the ArcSys engine and seeing that and like kind of a traditional kind of Marvel style fighting game. That's the kind of hype I'm getting from this, and I just, like I said, there's so much they can do, and they got a great team behind this. There's so much potential. It's not just some company that didn't hire people that don't know fighting games. They're trying to start from scratch and figure out. No, we got the community behind this, the core community, the founders of Shuriken.com, right? The creators of GGPO. There's so much good here. And if you love Rising Thunder, obviously you'll probably love this. So another thing that will be key to this game is the accessibility and getting more people to appreciate fighting games. Like I said, there's going to be players from the League of Legends community that are going to want to check this out. The FGC, obviously, right? And the more popular, the more support, right? From a really big company like this. They have unlimited money, guys. Riot has unlimited cash flow. They can add as many characters as they want. They can churn out those costumes as much as they want. We also know the netcode is going to be godlike. I think that's one thing we're always scared about when fighting games are first announced. Like, what if the netcode is ass? But it's not going to be ass. The reason is because the people working on this, they created GGPO. They created it. So even if they're not even going to use GGPO, they're going to use a type of rollback netcode that's going to be godlike. No one-sided rollback, okay? It's not going to be like that. I can almost guarantee it. I don't have to, like, I can see the future. Trust me. It's going to be perfect. So we don't have to worry about that now. Now, once again, the gameplay. I mean, it doesn't, it's very early stages of the game, and the animations, they look, they're not too clunky. It's kind of smooth the way they jump and the flow. It looks fine. Whatever. It's pre-alpha stages. I'm not gonna complain. It doesn't look like wooden, which is great already. For seeing these League of Legends characters, in the flesh, moving like this and having their own special attacks and stuff. But like I said, we still have a ways to go. Tom Cannon confirmed that the game is not even in alpha stages. So that means we probably have at least another year or two to go. But you know what? Take your damn time, guys. Take your time. We've waited this long. We've waited for many years. I mean, what have they been doing the last few years working on this game? There must have been just a ton of stuff on discussion, right? But now they kind of have their idea, and they seem confident on what they're on the progress of the game and what direction they're going in. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of things changing in the future. So far, the game looks 1v1, but maybe they'll have a tag format. Maybe there'll be like assists and stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff to speculate, but right now it looks good to me so far. I'm very excited. And of course, it being League of Legends has me very excited as well. I mean, you guys should be excited. Even if you don't play League of Legends, you guys should be excited, okay? Because you don't understand how big this franchise is and how special this will be for the FGC if this game turns out as good as I hope it will. And I don't know, man. I just feel like I've been waiting for this so long, and it's just kind of surreal that it just randomly during the World Tournament they just announced it. I thought they would announce this during like EVO or something, but I guess during this would make sense too because you want the league players to see it. There's just so much to talk about. I have to control myself right now. I gotta keep this video short. But like, no, is Alistair gonna be Zangief, man? You know, like, is Riven gonna be a Rekka character? She's gonna be a Rekka character. Is Lee Sin literally Sagat since he has a Sagat costume? I mean, oh man. But like the community support. At the bottom line, the community support for League of Legends and the potential of you know the season, the unlimited roster size, the costumes, loot boxes, baby, and of course it'll be free to play and accessibility. This is really good. I cannot stress that enough. I mean, I feel like I'm firing up some League of Legends right now myself. Like seriously, I feel like firing up myself and then blaming my team after I win lane and losing the game and then reporting somebody. I miss that feeling. You know, or leaving when I see the champ squad and I check out their power levels and their, you know, I'm a gold player, but I feel like I'm diamond level. You know what I'm saying? So, if you guys are new around here, if you guys are watching this video, you randomly found this video and you don't even play fighting games and you're just curious about this whole thing, make sure you subscribe. You hit that damn subscribe button because I'm telling you, right? I teach fighting games. This is my jam. This is my jam. I'm gonna be all over this game. We're gonna be covering this game, multiple people. So you be ready. Make sure you guys hit that sub button. And of course, like the video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are even remotely hyped for this game, as I am. What kind of characters would you like to see? What kind of game would you like it to turn out? Etc. Please. And I'll try to pace myself. There's a bunch of videos I want to make on this, but since I know this game ain't gonna come out for a while, I'm going to pace myself and I'll just kind of talk about it every now and then. Until then. So yeah, so thanks guys for watching and till next time.